Hello everyone, this is Sean Daly for dailyvo.com and the Global Voice Acting Academy. If you've been following my channel for a while, you might recognize this guy. It's the Carry On Vocal Booth version 2.0 from vocalbooth2go.com. I was actually able to review this unit at the Mid-Atlantic Voiceover Conference in Herndon, Virginia of November of this year, which you can see right here. And the folks at Vocal Booth 2 Go were so impressed with that review that they sent me another one. So this is actually their new prototype for their latest incarnation of the Carry On Vocal Booth. So they've made some minor improvements here and there and a couple of major improvements that I feel will really set this guy apart from some of the other options that are available on the market today. So I thought we would just open this up, do a little side-by-side sound comparison, and then you can decide if it's something that you'd be interested in too. So without further ado, let's open it up. So first off, it comes in this handy travel case. It's actually an integrated travel case. It's part of the unit itself. So you just lay it on a flat surface. Open up this top compartment. And then open it up and pull forth this support strap. And already you can see, you might not be able to see from the camera, but the support strap is actually in a new patented model. Before you had this kind of strap with little rings that you had to insert the supports into. Right now it's all integrated, so it's a new design, so that's cool. So you just kind of straighten it out, put your mic in there, and then you're off to the races. So if you can see on this one, there's a number of accessories for your microphone, such as a little mini mic stand. It's got a little telescoping boom arm for with a cell phone or tablet holder to read scripts off of. So very handy for that. And then we've also got a pop filter as well as a mic stand adapter for attaching it to an actual mic stand. And if you look closely, you can see some of those options like the pop filter here. You still have the microphone stand adapter for attaching it to a mic stand. So whether or not they're going to keep those in this latest incarnation, I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait till that comes out. But some other things that I've noticed on first glance, the material that they use, the sound blankets, is actually much thicker. You can actually feel the difference in thickness between the two units. So already there should be a noticeable improvement in the reduction of room reflections in your recordings. So that's good. And then we got two other additions that I'm excited about. First off is this guy. So why do they have a little desk lamp in there? So as you can see in this model, they had a little bit of a bar light you can use. And unfortunately, doesn't do an incredible job of lighting the booth. So that's why they decided to add a new unit. So this guy you can actually plug into a, let's get a little bit closer. You can plug into a USB cable or a micro USB and have that connected to a battery or an outlet to charge the light. And then once it's fully charged, you just turn it on. And then it's actually got a touch sensor right here. And then voila. You can actually change the level of brightness by how long you hold it down. So that's kind of cool. And then it just kind of clamps on to wherever you want it in the booth, really. And then you can set your brightness. And you can see it does a much better job of lighting up the booth. So, and then finally, the coup de grace. We have a new acoustic hood. So this is some modified studio blankets. It's got a little framework, and it just goes right over the back of the unit. And I'm actually really excited about that because one of my major complaints from the original version was that there was no acoustic treatment behind you, which is kind of like a fatal flaw of a lot of these portable acoustic solutions. And they took that feedback straight to heart, and then they made this. So I haven't even tested it out yet, and I'm pretty confident that's going to knock out any reflections in the recording. And the best part is, if you already have one of their earlier models, you don't have to be too disappointed because you can actually use it, or it would fit on either one. So, I mean, even if you've got an earlier model, you can buy this separately, and then you can get that additional improvement that you might be looking for. So, I think it's about time that we test these two guys out and see how they sound, all right? Elevate your voiceover career with Global Voice Acting Academy's new premium monthly membership program. Being a member grants you access to our peer-led workouts, led by Sean Daly and Marielle Naval. We provide a safe space for talent to practice scripts, as well as take and give direction to their voice acting peers. Access to our Elevation Q&A sessions with voice actors Christina Malizia and David Rosenthal. These are 1-hour Q&As where you can ask any VO career questions you have, and even get live feedback on an audition, demo, or project. We also have a special guest workout with one of our amazing coaches. Each coach is at the top of their game in the areas of animation, video games, promo, narration, and audiobooks. You'll also get a 10% discount on all group classes you take with GVAA. Elevate your voiceover career with Global Voice Acting Academy's new premium membership program. Being a member grants you access to our peer-led workouts, led by Sean Daly and Marielle Naval. We provide a safe space for talent to practice scripts, as well as taking and giving direction to their peers. Access to our Elevation Q&A sessions with voice actors Christina Malizia and David Rosenthal. These are 1-hour Q&As where you can ask any VO career questions you have, and even get live feedback on an audition, demo, or project. We also have special guest workouts with one of our amazing coaches. Each coach is at the top of their game in the areas of animation, video games, promo, narration, and audiobooks. You'll also get a 10% discount on all group classes you take with GVAA. And we're back. Wow, so I don't know about you, but I definitely heard a noticeable difference in the amount of reflections that were reduced in that. I intentionally put that right up against a wall behind me to see how well it would attenuate those reflections, and I thought that the new model did very well. So I definitely think that you get a bit of a fuller sound, and the occasional reflection that you could hear in the first track, you could not hear with the improved acoustic hood. So that being said, there's a couple of caveats. As you can see, with the hood, obviously you have to be a little bit closer to the mic, and it might be a slightly less comfortable position. So if you're claustrophobic or you prefer to have more space to work, that might not be the best option for you. Also, another thing I noticed is, so for me, this thing had a great frame, and I just kind of put it over the booth like so, but I wasn't exactly sure how to actually attach it to the booth. So, because if you look closely, you've got these, you've got a couple of loops, a couple of hoops on the unit, and I was provided with a large strap with a couple of hooks, and I assume that's to keep this in place, but honestly, I can't get this to fit through the loops, and I don't know how to put this up, or how to attach it, but luckily it kind of holds its shape just fine with the frame. So hopefully the final model, that the way to attach this to the unit will be a little bit more intuitive and easy to figure out. And other than that, I still think that this model is probably the best sounding acoustic solution on the market. And a couple of caveats though. So despite the name Carry-On Vocal Booth, I think you would have a bit of a difficult time actually stowing this as a carry-on on a flight, especially on, say, domestic flights. You may want to check this in if you wish to, or if you plan on traveling with it via plane. Otherwise, if you're traveling cross-country or long distance in a car, this would be perfect. And it'd be a great way to get a consistent sound from place to place if you're traveling like that. So who else might this be good for? Like I said, if you're constrained by budget, or you simply do not have a space, like a dedicated space in your home for a home studio, or like me, you like to travel a lot. So I think this might be an option that you want to look into. So before I go today, I just wanted to say thank you to the fabulous folks at Vocabooth To Go for sending me your newest prototype to try out. I think it's a great improvement in an already great product. So thank you very much for that. I hope that you, the VO viewer, found this helpful. Once again, I am Sean Daly for dailyvo.com and the Global Voice Acting Academy. Have a great day, guys.